All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Castlevania, Season 2, Episode 6. Let's get more of these characters.
Yeah.
I love them.
So the castle has moved to Betrayal. Carmilla is getting what she wants. Dracula is being a bit lazy, and it's a bit worrying for him because, well, he doesn't necessarily know what's going on.
Right.
He can tell that there's shenaniganery afoot. And while Isaac has passed along the info, Isaac is also not prescient, so doesn't know everything that's going on.
Yep.
So this is going to be really, really dicey.
Exactly.
But we could see our bumblefuck protagonists of a trio here have to do some fighting now.
Indeed.
The library might not be where they're going to be, safe in.
Exactly, which would be very, very sad because Sypha has been really enjoying these books. And there's a lot more to read.
Did you call her sci-fi?
Sypha.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if she were to be someone to bring in the Sypha... No.
No, that would be Alucard or Dracula.
Indeed.
Yeah, for sure. But now that, our boy has got himself a new whip as well. So we could...
Maybe he'll actually be able to, fight toe-to-toe with Alucard, the crazy vampire.
But also, theoretically, he could dual wield. Dark Souls 3 PvP build.
Power stance the whips, yeah.
Power stance that shit. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Maybe they can, smell that they went inside. Oh, shit.
Nope, you're not getting it at all.
Can we get that magic mirror working?
They're the most important books.
Yeah.
I know how to operate a distance mirror. Which shall I do?
I can't do either of those things.
Come on, Belmont. You're either the last son of a warrior dynasty or a lucky drunk. Which is it?
Get the mirror working, Alucard. Give me force numbers, species, and weapons count. Cypher stays on her job for now. I'll fortify the point of entry.
I think we're going to see the size and disposition of the attacking force fairly quickly with our own eyes, Belmont.
I'm forced to agree.
Using this to find Dracula's castle. Now.
Oh, just going straight there.
All right.
We're trapped in a box down here. We will eventually be overwhelmed. Unless we change the nature of the battle.
Agreed. Cypher!
I'm close to getting it!
What the? Whoa.
Okay.
Okay. Oh shit, no, he is fighting it.
Wedge it under the handle, maybe?
What does he think that's gonna do?
Holy shit.
You're useless here. It's okay. It just walks right in.
Yeah. Just stand on the other side of the door and kill them before they get through.
Whoa.
All right.
Oh shit.
Can he tell?
My son. Maybe not. Maybe, yeah, because this is how he moves it.
Right.
Rayla. Just to keep the peace between squabbling creatures who will starve and die before the end of the year anyway, so long as it brings silence.
He's being watched, or no? It's just a little bit of focus. Okay. Right on the town.
Yeah. We saw what it did to animals when it appeared. Stripped the skin from them. That's terrifying.
Okay, no.
Okay.
So it's still
Nice.
okay, got it. Gotcha.
Oh shit, he's here.
It's here. Here they come.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh man. Oh, that thing is huge! Oh, nice.
Peekaboo.
That looks like Alucard's sword.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, yeah,
Got him,
mounted,
cowboy.
baby.
Oh shit! Oh, and the sword's stuck there.
Oh, nice to get it
free.
get it free, yep. Oh,
Yes!
whoa.
Yes!
Okay.
Hell yeah!
That's gonna cripple it, yeah.
That's why you don't skip leg day.
Why is this guy in particular
Important.
Yeah. I mean, we know who he is. He's the same guy.
Right, but like, is he gonna... Does he have some special powers or something? Won't matter, I guess, at this point. Very cool.
Bless the river, Bishop. Make
Oh.
the water holy.
Oh shit! As a trap for Dracula's forces. Oh my god.
because of his twisted, beliefs and stuff. Oh shit, never mind. This place is ready for a fight.
Alright. It's dope armor, gotta say. Oh shit!
Oh, these are Carmilla's actually. Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Oh damn. Okay.
And they wouldn't necessarily know that they've been betrayed.
Right, but...
He had
The neck wound?
he had the neck wound, yeah. Oh shit!
Oh,
shit!
Oh, nice!
Oh, that's some
yeah, he knows how to use
choreography.
whips.
Can you take this hit for me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh. Okay.
Well, okay.
Blood.
Probably just as well I didn't get to play with the whip when I was a kid.
Well,
And done.
yep. Whoa.
It's like, it's not even doing anything.
No, it is. It's. Yeah, it's really smart. Yeah, and it's not a bird. It's got a mask.
Yeah.
Of a bird.
I love its fighting style. It's like, it's very like eerie and like something's not quite right with it,
Yeah.
you know?
Ugh.
Okay, that's just like the muscle underneath.
Well, I'm armed with a stick. So, I'll understand if you want to run away now.
Move.
What?
You're coming with me.
Why?
You made your choice, Hector.
Yeah.
You can't go back to the castle now. Isaac is still the indigent boy getting beaten in the streets, and Dracula is destroying the world in a tantrum because someone killed his pet breeder. You're all nothing but man-children.
Is he having a bit of a crisis of conscience?
Some funky running there.
Yeah, a little bit of funky 3D,
Your intent?
That's all magic is, Alucard. Changing things in accordance with my intent. And my intent is to drag that grotesque thing here.
Well, it's here.
Oh. The castle?
I'm not sure. No way.
Holy
What is she
shit.
doing?
Well, because they were gonna lock it in place. That's
Yeah,
very
yeah,
different
yeah.
than bringing it here.
Oh,
No way!
They're gonna remove the die so that it won't be able to be moved.
Oh, cool. Steal the D20. No!
Ah, fuck! Wait,
Can't play the game without the D20!
Or wait, maybe no, they don't.
I think they do.
Yeah.
If it's gotten this far where, like...
They have soldiers stationed in a platoon, you know.
Right, they go from being on the offensive to being on the defensive. Sure.
Well, vampire on vampires, here we go.
Dracula,
Did we meet resistance at Betrayal?
we are betrayed at Betrayal. I do not recognize their colors, but the castle is invaded by vampire soldiers.
All right.
What colors do they wear?
Black with white trim.
It is the livery of Styria. Camilla has made her move.
I gathered about a dozen more on my way up there. They're outside.
Then we
Okay.
go downstairs, Isaac. Nobody takes my castle from me.
Well, maybe they just did.
Yes, some people are taking parts of it. Wait, she is trying to move the whole castle.
It's fighting me.
Oh my god.
Like I'm pulling against an anchor. And a water wheel all at once.
Shit!
Damn,
Nice.
right next
close.
to her.
Wait.
So, Sauron's here.
He can feel the magic and sense it.
Oh yeah, he can tell what's
shit.
happening.
Whoa! Wait,
Yeah, so I think it's gone now.
no, it's still there. It's
wait.
just...
It's moving slightly. Oh,
Oh my
oh
god!
shit. That will wreck the whole place.
Oh, the holy water! Oh shit! The holy water!
Oh damn.
Oh, fuck!
And they're separated from it.
Whoa, wait a minute. A little bit there, but wow!
Holy shit.
The fuck?
I love it that this is the party wizard just fucking
Right.
with the big bad evil
Yep,
guy,
yep.
and they're like, well, we scried to be able to use some advanced
Got some-
teleporting.
Where did you land the castle, Cypher?
Right on top of us.
Why the fuck did you do that?
Oh no, it's right on top of us.
Yes, I landed it on the surface, right above this underground space that's probably only held up by wood and dirt.
She runs like that'll do anything. Okay.
Wow,
Holy
that was
shit.
intense.
What the fuck just happened?
Castlevania.
Oh,
Holy
boy.
shit.
That-
We got ourselves some high
Yeah.
level tactics, strategy, magic, and all that, and then just some really cool epic visuals.
That castle got Vanya'd to, the Belmont estate, and oh boy.
Yeah, I liked the distinction that because Dracula's like, I don't give a fuck where in Brayla. I'll drop
Right.
myself right on the fucking city.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Then I got confused for a second, realizing that Carmilla's troops would be waiting there for their moment of when they would basically lure all the vampires over the river, and thus then use the Forge Master, Hector's abilities, to bring the priest back to life so that he can, in death, create holy water over the river,
Yep.
which then they'd use to destroy the bridge to collapse all the vampire, like Dracula's vampire army into the river.
Crazy
that's-
shit.
It's such a thing that makes sense in terms of the world building, but it's hard to have plans like this be executed in a story where you didn't tell us that this was the plan.
Right, there's-
and us immediately understand that it would work and that it would work this way and this
Exactly. And there's that little bit of like flexibility with regards to how exactly does the making of the holy water work. We don't know. Oh, you can make large amounts of holy water. Cool. You could ask why hasn't anyone turned like the ocean to holy water? But it's not important, right? You do a thing here. It makes sense. It's cool. It's awesome. stuff happens, and it doesn't go all according to plan.
Right.
It actually creates complications, because then when the castle starts, blinking around everywhere, oh yeah, it displaces a bunch of holy water.
Well, all that holy
shit,
water hits all vampires. It doesn't discriminate.
Nope. It just wipes them out.
I also love that then poetically the priest, who's just this, was this
He was
monster
a dick.
in life, then ends up being the vessel through which hundreds of vampires are killed. And it's like, oh, that's just...
And he burns in his own creation.
Yes, in his own fire.
Yeah.
Because he's undead, so...
Right. So there you go.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's also from a storytelling standpoint perspective, it is a wonderful way to declutter the scene.
Yes.
Because if you have armies that are doing shit, that's complicated.
That's a lot of things you have to keep track of.
A lot of things to animate, a lot of things that are just going to be forces causing things to happen that can kind of take away some of the agency of the main characters, because they're individuals, and armies are doing battle. So, okay, that simplifies the situation, right? Most of the people on both sides were wiped out. Now you have a situation where, hey, our main protagonists can actually do a lot of shit. If they get into the castle and the castle doesn't collapse through the ground or whatever, that, like, it's mostly going to be empty,
Like, they could basically go in and it would be probably easy. Like, and the main thing they haven't really considered is whether or not Alucard can effectively tank Dracula,
Right. Yeah, like, can they actually beat Dracula? Who knows?
Does Dracula have magic that, Sypha might need to actually spend her time mostly counterspelling, Because it's like, we wanted to cast spells.
In the list of books that they had piled up by the mirror, it's not just the how do we do this kind of books, but it's also the books that they need to save of, like, okay, so these are the things that we've accounted that Dracula can do with magic. So these are the things you'll have to deal with if you're fighting him,
Right.
Stuff like that.
He has ethereal forms that make him immune to all forms of damage.
Exactly. He can incinerate you with his gaze or, something like that.
He can cast, all kinds of evocation magic,
Right.
abjuration magic. And we're like, well, okay, so Sypha, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but what we're going to need you to do is sit about 120 feet away from him.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
And just cast counterspell constantly.
I love that this was a situation where, because the protagonists were not actively being engaged for the most part, right? The demons ended up showing up in that complicated things.
Right.
It's just the, okay, wizard with time, right?
Yes.
And a library and magic items.
She can do
all kinds of crazy shit, right?
Right.
And okay, would this be something that could theoretically happen in the future? Maybe not, because then you won't have the mirror, you might not have the books.
You might not have the time.
You might not have the time. Dracula might be aware that this is a thing that could happen, and so then defenses are erected to make it more difficult. All sorts of things. But for right here, right now, it happened. It's awesome. It's cool.
Yep.
And it's going to very much change the future of the story.
Right.
Cool.
All in all, the idea that Carmilla was effective and had something that she could never have planned for.
Yep.
Fuck the entire plan up is hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
It's great fun for the show as a whole, but it also makes sense that our D&D-esque party, our party of bumblefucks, had their monster hunter be tasked with preparing for a siege. So he's like, yeah, I can do that. I'll grab a board, put it here in the store.
Doesn't fit.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, right.
Shit. Okay. I guess I'll just go up there and fight them. Well, okay, but they're bigger. Shit. Okay, I have to stagger them back so they don't all come in at once. Okay.
Right.
Cool.
And even with
got this.
friggin' Alucard's like kick-ass sword, which I love that he gives him the sword, so it's like, hey, he's trusting him. He's like, hey, here's my weapon.
You can use this.
And I am also believing in your abilities to actually fight. So there you go. Go do your thing,
right.
Drunkard. Great. And we get to see wait, damn it. It's not Traffy, that's One Piece. What's
Trevor?
No, I know, but
Treffy.
Treffy, there we go.
Yeah,
Treffy.
Yeah. Just say what you're asking for. I got you. Man.
Yeah. We get to see Treffy show his chops.
And having him actually be really competent in this area is fun because as he's a monster hunter, but we have no grid for what these beasts can or cannot do. All we know is that they are creatures of the night. They are very, very scary, but he has to be ready for any type of thing that he's dealing with.
Right. you've got, okay, big Minotaur type demon. All right, cool. It's fairly straightforward. It's very strong. Okay, and then you've got something with the spear or other. And then you've got a random thing that has like wings and stuff and is very quiet and eerie and okay.
Yeah. I loved the way this was a constant little bit of one-on-one encounters for him. So he never got overwhelmed entirely.
Right.
But also he was able to just barely keep them away while Sypha's maintaining concentration on her spell, you know?
It was a great way to make it so that enemies that are essentially narratively mooks don't feel like mooks, right? It's okay, there's this one. It doesn't overstay its welcome. We have to figure out how it fights. Okay, you fight it, you kill it, cool. On to the next one, right? That way it just keeps it exciting, even though it's narratively like it's one of the less important elements of the episode, right?
I think the most narratively important part of this episode, really, besides the dramatic, shifting of the castle, was the fact that Hector hesitated. And Carmilla's like, nah, it's over. You betrayed him. You're coming with me.
Right.
You're not, no, I'm not stupid. Keep moving. I could kill you right now if I wanted to.
Yep.
We're going. You're my pet. And
that's how it is.
I'm excited to see how this Forge Master thing can be utilized by me.
Right. But they are now separated from the castle. They are by themselves. All the other vampires, it would seem, got roasted.
Yeah.
And now they'll have to just deal with the situation.
I love the idea of them having a one-on-one dynamic as they maybe pick up the stragglers of the vampires or what have you. And then they realize, well, okay, logically, who the fuck would... fuck. Yeah, exactly. Do they have any narrative reason as to be able to suspect where the castle might have gone? Because my immediate thought is that they have no reason to know. But if that's it for them, then that means it's it for them. And the focus of the story is going to be what's going on inside Dracula's castle, which there's going to be, vampires in there that are still dealing with Dracula's.
Right. Some of the soldiers might have been able to get out of the way of the holy water that we're attacking.
Yeah, exactly. But also, that means that Isaac and Dracula are really the only two important characters in there.
Right. Maybe have a handful of, people that are left, but that's it.
But they don't have names. We don't care about them.
Yeah, exactly.
So that means two people against our party of two melees and a caster. So those are good odds, I would say.
The odds are going up by a lot.
The odds are going up by a lot.
It might still be really low because it's Dracula we're talking about, but,
Right. If Alucard and Trevor are willing to work together, I give them fair to amazing odds against Isaac by himself.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Like, I am really worried for Isaac here because I think he will absolutely sacrifice his life so that Dracula can, warp through a mirror or what have you. But would Dracula be able to swallow his pride and abandon his castle?
Right, because Dracula wants silence. Cool. Love it. Right? And the moment of him, talking about that at the D20 was great. If you die, that brings silence.
Right. You could get what you want.
Right? So and then you could go and be with your wife, assuming, however afterlife shenanigans works in this world, right?
If at all.
If at all, right. But you don't, because you do want revenge. So what's the deal, right?
What?
If you have to give up on the castle, that would kind of be like giving up on your revenge in a way, because if you're just one dude out in the wilderness by yourself, you're not going to be able to do a whole lot. Most of the armies have been taken out anyways. So you're the baddest the baddest vampire in the world, but you're still just a dude, So
yeah, and that's what I think that he has a very real possibility of not leaving the castle and get a real Dracula confrontation in the season finale. And that's,
but he does have a way of getting away. So if he has to, he could.
Yeah, so all he needs to do is turn, turny material or something like that.
Use Chekhov's mirror.
Whatever his escape button is, because, vampires in general, it depends on what type of setup we have here for Dracula, but he should be able to, at the very least, turn into something that allows him to quickly move and get away.
Sure.
But I would also just really love Sypha to be the MVP again And she's like, and dispel magic. And
Right.
And he just unshape shifts and drops, from like a cloud of bats into like.
Yeah. I think the three of them working together against Dracula, if like they managed to take out Isaac first,
Sure.
I think they could have a shot.
Right.
But we don't know because we haven't really seen what Dracula can do. Seeing
right.
him
or
feed
what his
on
castle's
humans.
defenses theoretically could do
Yep.
if it was a kill anything that moves that's not Dracula.
Exactly.
Isaac, I'm going to need you to stay in this room because outside this room is a death trap thing now. And
Right.
then it can be a proper dungeon crawl where it's not you're fighting just bosses. It's the gargoyles become animated. And then suddenly you have to fight those. Oh, and there's traps everywhere. The castle moves and shifts within itself and it becomes a maze and you don't know how to move within it.
In addition to maybe it falling through the ground, and the only people that would be able to survive something like that would be, I don't know, vampires.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
yeah, and then also just the fact that I don't even know if Trevor could handle more than 3 vampires that he fights at once, if the guards just end up fighting him and they're still alive.
Although that whip is pretty dope.
It's pretty dope.
It's got that exploding end, and that's
I think he's also
cool.
kind of shifted for it as an upgrade at this point. Because
Mhm.
we haven't seen the other whip, so I'm guessing he just kind of was like, that's a
right.
that's a non-magic.
That's a consecrated whip or whatever, but this is a
plus
exploding
2.
whip.
This is a plus 2 like special
This is a whip of disruption,
Right. This is a rare magic item. That was just an uncommon.
Right, exactly. It did for back then,
Yeah, that's about 500 gold pieces. This is like 2,000,
Okay, I gotta say, the moments where Treffy, was using like his feet and stuff to like step on bits of the whip and everything as he was like swinging it around to make it move in like really off the wall ways. That was wonderful.
Yeah, a lot of times it came down to a grappling contest where leverage was used and the beast wouldn't be able to make an attack because of one of its limbs or wings or claws or what have you being restrained in some way.
Yep.
So it's something where Trevor is basically the gadget user of this party.
Right.
He is kind of Batman in that regard, where his tools of the trade are things that he is very proficient with.
Yep.
So he uses them to cover for the fact that he is a squishy meat sack,
Exactly.
human.
But he is also an improviser, and sometimes
Yes.
he'll come up with ideas with like, okay, I've got Alucard's sword. I'm going to try and use it as a saw, get behind its neck, and like try and cut its throat that way.
Yeah, it didn't really work.
Right. Didn't really work.
But
I'm
it
going to
started
try
bleed
and
him out, though.
I'm going to try and barricade this door. Didn't really work.
I don't know what I'm doing here.
Like the times that these hyper competent characters can do just dumbass mistakes, like bringing the castle on top of an underground structure. I love it. It's just it gives me life.
It makes my intent happen. It's like, okay, that's cool. So
what if your intent isn't a good one?
What if your intent is one that's like, not specific enough?
Right.
It's the same thing where it's like, take me to Brayla. Boom. Fuck Brayla's like outer part of the city in particular, and he's like, I'm really lucky we didn't land in the water of Brayla,
There was one question that I was kind of curious about because I thought that Brayla was near the estate.
No, I think it is. It's just that the state is outside of the city.
It's a bit too far, so they still wanted to move it there? Okay. But then the other thing that I thought was odd is that...
Well, they might not know exactly where the estate is, so when he says, take me to Brayla, it's close enough.
Sure,
the estate is like a mile down the road
right.
or what have you.
Right. But when the demons were showing up outside the house gates...
Yeah.
That was just not shown linearly in time, but like they showed up there with intention before the castle moved.
Yeah,
and
that
it's
was
like
a little weird.
What? Because I remember them saying something of like, "Oh yeah, we're going to send creatures to like raid the estate." But I thought that was something that was part and parcel with moving to Brayla because the estate was nearby, and so they wouldn't like it would be inefficient to send out demons to move to the castle or to the estate before the castle teleports closer to the estate.
Yeah, I guess not. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yep.
But I also just thought it was fun that the ones that didn't seem to cross the bridge as much, because there's 2 here that go up to the front of the gate.
Yeah.
And they end up surviving they don't end up surviving here. But then there's ones on horses here that are in the back.
Right. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looked like they dropped in.
But then like maybe like one of them jumped away from the horse or something, or.
Well, it's just weird because it felt like some of the generals who would have been the ones to fall in when we saw Isaac's group inside the bit here, then you see this guy here.
Yeah, I think that may be a different guy.
It just has to be a different guy. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking that they're implying that every single one of Dracula's soldiers is either isolated on the broken parts of the bridge and they can't
right,
move,
or fell in.
or fell in.
And if they were isolated on the broken parts, then when it started splashing everywhere, they probably got taken out.
they're all dead.
Yeah.
So right now, this is all that remains of Dracula's like main force. And then, Isaac said he gathered a dozen on his way.
Right. And even the ones that were fighting in there, they got cleaned up when the water splashed in. So, yeah.
Right. So the amount of like guards that Dracula has right now,
he's very
very limited, and
Yep.
there are only a couple generals left. These two,
right, the ones that were like
those four
that like backwards jumped out of the way of the water.
And yeah, there was some quirky, just very basic animation. For
there were a
movements.
couple visual bits that was like, yes, this is conserving because we have other bits that we want to really pop and make awesome. But if this ends up being something where then in season 3 we get a bunch of like splintered off one-on-one kind of dynamics of like maybe Dracula and Isaac escape through the mirror, Carmilla and Hector are by themselves and needing to figure out what the fuck to do, and then we've got the party and things like that. I would love that. I would love some more intimate character conversations and things, because the banter and the wittiness of these characters and the personality that they bring to the table is so good that getting a chance to focus on that would be wonderful.
Yeah. But all right, y'all, here we are. Let's assault the castle.
That's right.
So y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.